Our 10th question, what surprised you most about the program workload, Debbie, in the classes that you've taken so far?
I would have to say the amount of research involved in the discussions and homework assignments were a bit of a surprise. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love doing research. Uh, and there is a lot of research, but you learn so much. And you just need to be prepared and manage your time and be able to handle that. The research for me actually kind of became a game, and I started wondering, okay, what am I going to learn from this week, and what am I going to learn next week? And this also extends to the classmates and the research they did for their assignments as well. The workload,
Excellent.
I mean,
Anyone
it's
else
a
have
master's
anything to
class.
add here in terms of surprises around the workload?
There's certain classes I would say that have a heavier workload, and I always read my syllabus the first day and kind of see what's coming, because I guarantee you I've looked at a couple and my heart's dropped, thinking of, how am I going to do this? How am I going to understand the concepts? But as long as you do those readings, you will make it. But my goodness, some of the classes are definitely more strenuous than others.
I would agree with
David, do you
that.
have something
What
to
Alexandria just Yeah, I would agree with what Alexandria said. I've only just finished my second class, and while the workload can sometimes seem a little daunting when you read the syllabus and see what all is required of you, but the coolest thing that I've found with both of the classes is that I can apply any any marketing strategy from anything that is a passion of mine. Whether it's I love to run, I love other sports. I've been able to pull something from that as my examples that I use either for the discussion board or for the writing assignments. So while the syllabus may be a little bit intimidating, just know that there's always a way that you can, and you may not want to do that. You may want to try to focus on something else that you're not super familiar with to help yourself grow. But I always found that I was always able to go back to something that I was really passionate about, and maybe even lean more towards a field that I hope to get into once I graduate with a master's degree, to kind of to make things a little bit easier and to make things a little bit more seamless.
Thank you, David. One thing I often tell students in the intro course is obviously to look at the entire course and all that's required so that you can start to look at the assignments and how they fit into the context of the content that we'll be covering and also of the final project. But in doing so, don't become overwhelmed. The courses are week to week. So you're going to do a discussion, you're going to do an assignment every single week. And so while it's good to look at the entire course and the workload as a whole so that you gain that context, um, everything moves on a week-to-week basis and all of those deadlines are the same. And so that would be some advice that I would share.